The Heartbeat Laid Over Mine. Only You Satisfy. Devotional Series. Episode 12. You washed the numbness from my hands and laid your heartbeat over mine. There is a point the escalation reaches where we stop feeling much of anything. It does not happen suddenly. It is not a single moment of decision or collapse. It is the slow, accumulated result of years of reaching for things that were never built to satisfy, of chasing shimmers that faded and lanterns that swayed just out of reach, and roses offered to things that could not hold them. Each disappointment absorbed, each morning woken to find the same hollow, each false thing that promised relief and delivered only a temporary quieting of the noise before the noise returned, louder than before. Because it always escalates. That is the nature of seeking satisfaction in temporary things. The results are temporary too, and they fade faster each time. And so we reach further and give more and press harder against the glass, hoping that more of the same will finally produce something different. It never does. And somewhere in the escalation, without fully noticing it happening, the heart develops its armor. The scar tissue thickens. The capacity for genuine feeling, for real hope, for true expectation of being met, quietly retreats behind the wall we built to keep the pain at a manageable distance. And we go numb. Not dead, not without desire. The longing is still there, still real, still pressing against the inside of everything. But the feeling has gone out of it. We reach not because we genuinely expect to be met, but because reaching has become habit. We go through the motions of desire without the aliveness of it. We do things just to feel something, anything, because feeling something false is still preferable to the cold, interior quiet of feeling nothing at all. This is what years of misdirected longing costs the heart. Not dramatically, quietly, incrementally, until one day we look down at our hands, the hands that have reached and offered and pressed against every wrong window, and find them numb. And then God washes them. Not with fanfare, not with a dramatic intervention that announces itself loudly and demands to be noticed, but with the specific, patient, tender work of the one who knows exactly what the numbness cost and what it will take to restore what the years of reaching wore away. He washes the numbness from our hands, takes it away, not by demanding we release it on our own, not by waiting for us to find our way to feeling through sheer willpower, but by filling us with something so real, so present, so genuinely alive that the numbness simply cannot remain in its presence. Himself, the actual living God, pouring himself into the hollow places, filling what the false things never could, restoring the capacity for feeling that the escalation slowly deadened. And for the first time, perhaps in a very long time, we feel something true. There is a moment in healing that is harder than the numbness was. The moment just before. The moment of letting go of the false things. Or rather, the fear of letting them go. Because we have held them so long, leaned against them so completely, that we cannot fully imagine what we will be without them. They were insufficient, yes. They were glass, yes. But they were familiar. And the fear of releasing what is familiar, even when what is familiar is killing us, can feel, in that moment, like the worst pain of all. It is a shadow pain, a lie, not the pain of losing something real, but the fear of an emptiness that God has already committed to fill. What breaks us in that moment is not the loss itself, but the threshold of it, the mourning of what might be gone in the breath before it is washed away. The grief of releasing what we called love before we fully know what is waiting on the other side of the release. This is commonly the hardest part, not the numbness itself. The moment of letting it go, of feeling it, mourning it, holding it up honestly before God and saying, this is what I built my weight against. This is what I called love. This is what I am afraid to release. And God meets us there, in that specific, frightened threshold moment, not with judgment, not with impatience, with the washing, the gentle, persistent, sufficient washing of the one who knows what the fear costs and moves toward it anyway. anyway, and laid your heartbeat over mine. In the same breath that the numbness is washed away, before the emptiness has time to frighten us, before the absence of the false things can convince us we will be left with nothing, God does something of extraordinary intimacy. He lays his heartbeat over ours, not from a distance, not as an instruction or a theology to be understood from a careful remove, but close. The closeness that requires trust, the closeness that feels in the moment of our deepest unworthiness like more than we deserve, the closeness of being held by the one we feared, loved imperfectly, reached for through every wrong window, and finding that he is not disgusted by what we bring, that he is not keeping a careful distance from the mess of our misdirected desire. He leans in and lays his heartbeat over ours. This is how he teaches us to feel, not through instruction, but through contact, not by explaining what real desire looks like, but by showing us, by letting his heart beat against ours until ours begins to find the rhythm. As Christ commanded us to love one another as he has loved us, not as an abstract standard to aspire toward, but as a living reality to be learned through experience of his love first. He loves us so that we learn what love is. He lays his heartbeat over ours so that ours learns how to beat. One of the most intimate moments I have known with God came in a season of patient stillness, not seeking an answer or a resolution or a theological clarity, just seeking him, waiting, genuinely quiet in a way that is harder than it sounds. And in that stillness, God asked me how my heart was, not how my theology was, not how my discipline or my obedience or my service was, my heart, the interior, undefended, unperformed heart underneath everything I had learned to present to the world and even to him. In the moments where we stop trying to add or take away, stop trying to make it make sense, stop putting up the walls that protect us from being fully known, a lifetime can get filled in one intimate moment with God. The washing and the heartbeat arriving together, the numbness released, and immediately, in the same breath, replaced by something so real and so close and so specifically personal that no other word for it exists. Grace. Just grace. This is what God does with the capacity the false things deadened. He does not restore it and leave it empty, waiting for us to figure out what to do with it. He fills it immediately with himself, with his presence, with the specific, intimate, transformative closeness of a God who does not stand at a distance from the healed heart, but leans in and lays his heartbeat over it. He tends his flock like a shepherd. He gathers the lambs in his arms and carries them close to his heart. Isaiah 40:11. Close to his heart, not observed from a distance, not managed from afar, carried. Close enough to feel the heartbeat, close enough for the rhythm to transfer. And I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. Ezekiel 36:26. The heart of stone, the numb, armored, scar-tissued heart that years of misdirected reaching produced, removed. And in its place, a heart of flesh, alive, feeling, capable of the real, genuine, properly directed desire that the false things always promised and never delivered. Not because we earned it, not because we finally reached in the right direction through our own wisdom and willpower, because he washed the numbness away and laid his heartbeat over ours. Your hands have reached for a long time. They have offered roses to insufficient things and pressed themselves against glass that was never going to open and grasped at lanterns that swayed just out of reach. Let them be still for a moment. Let him wash them. And then, in the stillness, in the healed and open quiet of a heart that has finally released what it was never meant to hold, listen. That is his heartbeat laid over yours, learning you how to feel again.
The only fullness I can feel